So we'll turn all these over. Let me grab these two that are marked. Turn them all over because we always work from the printed side. And let's look at the next one. So we've just stitched on line 1, and if you ever get to the point where you can't remember what's next, just look at your lines and start with whatever line you're near, and you can rub your finger here and you see that you can feel that you've already stitched line 1 and you need to stitch line 2. So it's line 2 we're going to stitch on, and we need section 3, and it says template B2. So let's find our template B2 stack, which is over here. We'll take 3 of them, take off the paper clips and the fabric, and stack these. And this is our sew side. So we fan them out a little bit so they're easier to grab. And we'll just put them up here. Here is line 2. I can read it. I put my fold template on line 2 and fold back the paper and the fabric. And you'll notice that you have all of this extra here. Just go ahead and fold. Fold it down. Then pull this fabric down so it's flat. Use your add a quarter ruler and trim it. Let's take these off. Now you're going to find that folds like this are going to be hard to stack. So just be extra careful, and if you put a nice good crease in here, it makes it a little bit easier to do. And you'll see that when you do these. So if we zoom in again on this side, here is our sew side with the sew side parallel. And then here is the place we need to cover. So you see that's the same shape. So we'll match the sew side with the trimmed edge we just trimmed. And you see that we have plenty of coverage. Here is my outside line I didn't mark. But there's plenty of fabric over here and there's plenty here. But I think just to be sure, I'm going to move it over some. So plenty of fabric here, and you can see the fabric down here. So we have plenty of fabric. To stack these, I'm going to use a bigger ruler, and I'm going to have to bring it in here. This is part of it. This is a square ruler, so it will hold this. So you pick this up with your 2 fingers and place it on the ruler like this. So this will have plenty of room to hold everything. Let me do a couple more. Put the fabric down, sew side out, find line 2, here's line 2, I can read it, fold on line 2, fold all of this paper out, tear back the fabric, and trim. Then we take this, place it sew side to trimmed edge, check your fabric and it's fine, and we'll stack it. I'll do the rest of these and come back. Now here are all of our units, and they have section 3 attached to them. Not sewn yet, but they're ready to be sewn. And they're on this square ruler. So I'm going to take this whole ruler to the sewing machine, and now we're going to stitch on line 2. Same thing as we did for line 1. And when we're finished, we're going to press these toward the section 3 fabric. So what I want you to do is finish each bag one at a time. And I'm going to come back after I'm finished with this and show you how to trim them. I like to finish one whole bag, then trim all the units, and then start a next bag. So when I come back again, I'll show you how to trim these units once they're finished piecing. Here are all of the flying geese units. They have been pieced. these units have been trimmed, and I'm going to show you how to trim all your units once you have finished the paper piecing. I take my ruler with the 1/4 inch marking, and the first thing I do is line up the 1/4 inch on the straight edge here, and then trim that. And then I flip it around and trim the other one, line up on the 1/4 inch and trim it. And this is waste. Now for the curved part, we're going to trim along the outside edge, the trim edge, as we've done on everything else. And I like to use my finger to help position the blade right on the edge and right on the outside line, and then just simply, slowly and carefully, just trim along the outside line. Make sure your blade is fresh, so it makes it a little bit easier. Then we flip it around and do the same thing to the inside curve. Just position it, get your fingers out of the way, and then just trim on the outside line. And you will do this, you'll trim all of your geese units just like this, and you will have a stack of light A and B's and stacks of dark A and B's. We're going to leave the papers on for now until we get to the curved piecing part, and then we'll discuss taking the papers off or leaving them on. So go ahead and trim all of your geese units and keep them separate, the light A and B's and the dark A and B's, so you'll have 4 separate stacks.